Hello and welcome to the Nerdiest podcast, where nerds talk about nerdy things. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Mr. Jackson Glass. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Nick Barrett. And before we jump into anything, I want to say you should follow us on Instagram at the Nerdiest Podcast because we're doing cool stuff there. It's how you know when new episodes are coming out. It's good promo right there. So that's in the link in the description. You should buy stickers with the link in the description. We have 3 designs. They're pretty cheap. Also, leave a review wherever you're listening on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts, because if you leave an Apple Podcast review, we will read it on the show. So even if you're on Spotify, you can go over to Apple Podcasts because it's free, and you can just leave a review and say, hey, from Spotify, but this is what I wanted to say. We'll read them on the show. So that being said, my name is Jackson Glass. Fun fact about me, I had a toaster strudel for breakfast. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about today, but I felt like I should share. I'm also here with Nick Barrett, as always, and I just want to say, how are you?
I'm good. Fun fact about me, this will be the 5th podcast I've recorded in the last week.
Oh.
Because pre-recording at Joystick Drift is going crazy. Because November is just a really busy month for everyone, so we're like pre-recording all of that out. So I've been editing and doing that. Not to plug. Go check out my other podcast, the Joystick Drift podcast. It's all about Nintendo. It's great. We're doing all kinds of great stuff over there. But that's not. How have I been?
We're here.
I've been good. Aside from all that work and editing and stuff, I picked up and started Persona 5 last week, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. I'm already through the first palace, which is like that game's equivalent of a dungeon. I don't know how many there are. Colin won't tell me how many there are. He says it's a spoiler if he tells me how many there are, so I'm sure there's a good reason. So, having a lot of fun with that.
Has he, finished it or something?
Oh, yeah. He's finished it, and he's going through and doing a 100% run now.
What a nerd.
So, yeah, I know, right? So, yeah, I've been doing that. I recently finished Big Bang Theory this week, which... I don't know if that's a record for quickest binge watch. I don't think it is, but the problem is I don't remember when I started Big Bang Theory. I don't remember when I watched episode 1 compared to when I watched the last episode, because I know Friends was 39 days, which I think is my fastest binge. But Big Bang Theory might have it beat. I'm not sure. Overall thoughts, it was okay. It's not I don't feel like I'm going to end up watching clips from Big Bang Theory when I feel sad. Or I just need that serotonin boost, which fits very well into the topic for today of comfort movies / shows.
Cozy movies.
So, yeah, Big Bang Theory is the opposite of that. There were so many, the one thing I couldn't get into was Leonard and Penny. I really couldn't.
Really?
I dislike that relationship more than I dislike Ross and Rachel. And if you've listened to any episode of this podcast, especially our episode on Friends,
which you probably
you'll know
have.
how much I dislike Ross and Rachel. Oh yeah, I think it's a number 2 most listened to episode. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out.
Do you want to know why you don't like that relationship dynamic?
Why?
Because it's you.
No, it's not. No, you're... Hold on. I'm failing to see the correlation.
Do you mean to tell me...
I don't see the correlation.
Nerdy guy dating a blonde that is low-key out of his league is not something that you're familiar with?
No, because I'm out of Megan's league, not the other way around. I don't listen. I don't settle, okay? You come up for me. I am the premium all access package. Okay?
Honestly, kind of based, actually.
Yeah, true. It's all about mindset, okay? It's all about that mindset. You got to change the mindset.
What is that? Would that be alpha male?
Yeah, alpha male behavior, but in a not toxic way, because most alpha males are pretty toxic, misogynistic, bad people. So, I'm alpha male in the good way. Not
I'm
the
one
bad
of the
way.
good alpha males.
I'm one of the good guys. Okay. I'm a nice guy. You should just give me a chance. That was me in high school, actually. Anyway.
I'm gonna pop open
don't like
LaCroix.
Leonard and Penny. Oh wait, are you gonna pop it in the microphone?
No.
Oh, never mind.
It's bad enough that I'm eating on a podcast.
Don't like Leonard and Penny. I liked Amy and Sheldon, which just using Amy in a sentence is totally different now.
Because that's my girlfriend.
It is what it is.
That's funny.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Amy and Sheldon was fine. Howard and Bernadette were my clear favorites. I think out of the entire show.
It's because they're the best. They really
Howard,
are.
Bernadette, and Raj were the best characters in the entire show.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it did start to lose its... I felt like it was losing its footing and rushing things in the last season. Because, like, by the time you get to season 12, Raj still doesn't have a girlfriend. Which, spoilers, by the way, not that it matters. The show is, like, what, 12 years old at this point? I mean, season 12 came out in 2018, so 4 years ago.
I mean, Big Bang is one of those shows, I think, that, like, you either have seen it, will not watch it, or you just don't really care about spoilers. It's not the kind of show that you're gonna go in and be like, I want nothing spoiled. It's pretty predictable, okay?
Well, yeah, it's a sitcom that aired on network television. I will say, that show ran 2.5 seasons while Donald Trump was president, and they didn't make a single Trump joke. I'm disappointed. It was right there.
Disappointed?
Every other show did it except for this one.
I thought you were going to say, like, I'm proud of them, but I guess not.
Well, I mean, politics don't belong in shows. It was one of those things I expected it to be there, but it wasn't, which is fine. I'm not like, oh, F tier show. It wouldn't get an F tier because of that. But
F tier, not enough Donald Trump jokes.
it was an okay show. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again. Because, like, I watched New Girl last year. And every now and then, I'll watch New Girl clips, like the ones that are like New Girl clips that cure my depression. Like, I'll watch stuff like that. I don't think I would ever do that for Big Bang Theory. There were some pretty good bits in there. Like, there were some really good jokes, but most of them were from Howard and or Raj. And it was either Howard dissing someone, like Sheldon, or it was Howard and Raj going back and forth. Like...
Yeah.
So... I think that was my bigger issue, is that the entire comedic crux relied on Howard.
You know what's the best part of that entire show? Is Howard's mom.
Yes. Oh my god. I was so sad when she died.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That is I haven't seen every episode, but I've seen that one, and it's pretty sad. Like, it's for sad.
Me personally, that episode was a little triggering, which is nice. But
I love my mom.
Other than that, yeah, it was a fine show. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. But I will say there is a decent amount of character development, I guess. Like, Sheldon, I guess everyone is drastically different from the first episode compared to the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
And the only person who didn't really change was Raj, except for the fact that he can talk to women without being drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't know. It felt like it could have used one more season just to wrap something, because like it ends on the cliffhanger of, well, for the last like however many seasons Leonard and Penny have been married. Sorry, this is turning into a Big Bang cast. But like however long Leonard and Penny have been married, they don't want kids, or Penny doesn't want kids, but Leonard really does want kids. And in the last season, like her weird ex who keeps showing up for no reason is like, hey, I want you to be a donor for my kid. And Leonard's like, okay, well, I want to do that because I want kids. And then they get talked out of it. And then you find out in the second to last episode that Penny is pregnant. And then you never see the kid. You never, like, it's not even like, we're going to flash forward 10 years and see all of our kids together. And like, you know, Amy and Sheldon keep talking about having kids and they never have kids, or you never get to see the kids. And, Raj's whole thing is he's in America, you know, he never becomes a citizen to what we know. Yeah. And he's been there for like 12 years. So, which maybe that has more to do about the immigration policies in America. I don't really know.
I don't know.
Maybe they just forgot about it, which is probably the more likely scenario, is that it just kind of happened off screen one day. But also, it's just like his whole character was that he wanted to find that one woman who could totally get wrapped up in all the same like romance and like the very cliche idea of romance, and then he never gets that. He ends the series as a single dude. Yeah. So I just feel like that's some fair. Stuff like that could have benefited from either cutting out some of the fluff from the beginning of season 12, or like for Raj specifically, cut out the whole weird, like, I've given up, I'm gonna do an arranged marriage, but then that never works out at all. So like,
that stuff happens when shows run for 12 seasons. It just kind of like gets prolonged. Friends did that and they did 10 seasons, but even Friends like wrapped up better than that. But yeah, good recap. Good thoughts. That's on HBO if anyone wants to go watch it.
It is. That's kind of what kept me on HBO. I gotta find something else to watch on there now.
It's been, I think, 3 weeks since we recorded the Morbius episode. And
yeah, it's been a while.
We've really, I'll be quick. I had fall break, which was really great. I went on vacation with my girlfriend and her family. We went to
You have a girlfriend now. Congrats. Welcome to the Not Singles Club.
Hey, thanks.
Congratulations.
So we went to the mountains with her whole family and it was really fun. Really great time. Honestly, I had so much fun. A lot of just like hanging around a bonfire type vacation, which is ideal. But so that week was great. And then I got back and was just very sick like the minute we got back. And so it was like, oh, what a great vacation. Come home and just throw up. Like, just like, I'm dead. And I'm so what day is it? Saturday? It'll be 2 weeks from yesterday. 2 weeks from tomorrow that I got home from that. And I literally got like better from being sick 2 days ago.
Wow.
I was sick for like 12 days, which is so frustrating because at a point you just forget what life was like before you were sick. Because I was so congested and I like was coughing up like all kinds of stuff and like blowing my nose all the time. And I was like, I had the worst headache of my life that one night when like I was gonna play Fortnite with you, but you ended up like just being on the phone while my roommates made me ramen because I was like just could not get out of bed. Like it was rough. It was rough. And then like, sorry, I'm gonna turn down my gain a little bit. I'm just peeking a little bit. And so like I was so sick, and then like I had to get my ears scraped out because there was all kinds of stuff in. It was just this long chain of events that was like the longest and worst I've been sick in literal years. And so that was not fun. I got behind on a ton of stuff. We had to reschedule stuff for the podcast, and it was just overall not a good time. I have no regrets because Vacation was amazing. But
and you have a girlfriend, so at the end of the day, literally, it's a win-win.
it's still a W. Sorry, this gain is being really weird. It's still a W at the end of the day, but I'm also like, bro, I was sick for 12 days.
Yeah, that's not good.
It was just also, I just got to a point where I was angry.
Don't you worry about gain, because that's what compression is for.
Hey, that is a really bad mindset.
Well,
because if I'm peaking, I'm peaking.
That's
brother.
true. If you peaking, that audio ain't coming back.
Yeah. So that's essentially what I've been up to. I've watched a couple movies. I watched Whiplash for the first time, which is a great movie. Not for the children, but J.K. Simmons is so funny in that movie because his character is like really scary and really intense, but a lot of the stuff he says just made me laugh. And so he would like, the dude would be like playing drums and he'd do something like slightly wrong, and he would just like, J.K. Simmons would just get up and like throw a chair at him, and he'd just be like, "Do you know why I just threw a chair at your head?" Be like, "I don't know, where you were rushing." It's just, as a music person, I really appreciate it. That's kind of what's been going on. I was just out of commission essentially. So it was unfortunate, but it was a really good time to like kind of rework my schedule because I realized how like little rest I was getting, really. And so I think now I'm in a better place, essentially.
Yeah. Oh, something I forgot to mention. I watched The Black Phone this week.
Oh, yeah.
Which should be noted is a horror movie. Oh,
scary
also
movie.
To check in, I said 2 episodes ago, I think, whatever our first episode of October was, that I was going to watch Alien for Halloween, because there's spooky
season. Yeah.
So I'm here to tell you, on October 31st, Halloween itself, when this episode's coming out, but most people will probably listen to it after that. I have watched Alien. It was not scary at all. Like, there were some jump scares, and you could tell there were moments where they were very suspenseful, but at no point did I feel terrified, just because of how old the technology is and how weird the alien itself looked. Because it's not like a Star Wars situation where it's still like, oh yeah, I can tell that's old and dated, but it still looks good. No, like the alien was a dude in a costume, and that was it. And we put this really bulky like head on him too. He's got all these weird tentacles and stuff, and yeah, that looks really good for the 80s. And yeah, that was it. So it was a good movie to watch, but it wasn't scary.
I had a similar experience. We rewatched The Princess Bride the other day. W movie, such a good
banger movie. 5-star
but I did
movie.
not realize how cheap the sets and props for that movie are until this watch. And so like the like rodents of unusual size, I think that's what it is. That is straight up a dude in a rat costume, and that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But like dude is just wearing a costume. Like, I respect it.
It's
but
such a great movie. Oh, The Black Phone. I would never have watched this movie on my own, but my men's small group at church was like, "Hey, we're gonna get together and do something like spooky. We're gonna have like we had like a potluck thing. We had chili, all that kind of stuff. It was great." And they were like, "We should watch a movie, but one that's not too long, but also is kind of scary." And one of the guys suggested The Black Phone. And then everyone else was like, "Yes, let's watch The Black Phone." And I was like, well, even if I said something, I've been outvoted. That's how democracy works.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sat down and watched The Black Phone. It wasn't scary, per se. It's definitely not a kid's movie, by the way.
No.
By the way, it's not a kid's movie, but it is about kids.
That's worse. That's
exactly.
worse.
That's the worst part. It's about this guy who keeps kidnapping people and then like beats them up and kills them, and it's really dark.
What?
So kids, if you see a black van, run away.
Run away.
Run in the opposite direction. Same goes for white vans. Actually, if you see a van in general, just run. It's not a good van.
Was it like as a movie though, like a good movie?
It was a good movie. I'd put it in the same category as Joker. Like, I wouldn't watch it again just because it's not my type of movie, but it was a good movie. I can appreciate it from a filmmaking perspective and all that stuff. So, yeah, there were a couple of jump scares here and there, and I don't really care for that.
That's kind of where I'm at with scary movies now, especially as like we're wrapping up. Like once this comes out, October will be over. Like spooky season will pretty much be wrapped up. It's sorry.
You see, Christmas time, baby.
I'm still recovering. Halloween is Monday. Tuesday is Christmas time, baby. It's time.
Let's go.
Let's go. Anyway, that's kind of where I'm at with scary movies. It's like if it's a good movie, I think I'll like it. Like Nope is a good movie, but it's scary, but it's a good movie. And most horror movies are just like, it's like film is supposed to provoke an emotion, and if the only emotion you're provoking is then it's like, yeah, you achieved your goal, but that's it. That's all you did was make me go So I don't dislike scary movies. I just want to watch a good scary movie.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
That's what's up. Do you want to hit some news points real quick?
Yes.
Before we go into...
We will quickly breeze through the news. Okay, so I'm going to save the Bob Chaepek quote till the end.
I'm so scared. He's been hyping up this Bob Chaepek quote. I'm so scared.
Brief thoughts on the Mario movie trailer, because we haven't gotten to talk about that yet since we recorded. Like 60 seconds or less, because it's kind of old, but also...
to be honest,
it is what
I'm
it is.
excited. I think the animation looks really good. I think this is going to be just a gorgeous movie, like from an animation point of view. And I think like Jack Black as Bowser, amazing casting.
True.
Chris Pratt though, I was trying to defend him.
I think the verdict is still out on Chris Pratt. I don't think we can put a verdict down yet.
I can't put a verdict down yet, but I'm a little more nervous now because it was just his voice.
It sounds like he's gonna try to do a British accent, or not a Brooklyn accent.
What a weird take on Mario with a British accent.
He's
an
Italian plumber from Brooklyn who talks with a British accent.
It's be like, it's a me, Mario.
It's a me, Mario. Mushroom Kingdom. Here we come.
I'm here live at the Mushroom Kingdom.
That's Australian. Again,
that's Australian.
Now.
I'm sorry. I'm right here at the Mushroom Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of echo everything you said. Animation looks great. Jack Black is a god tier casting. Verdict's still out on Chris Pratt. And I don't think we've seen or heard anything else from anyone else. So can't really say anything. Hopefully there's a new trailer soon.
Yeah, I think it'll be really good. I think it'll be kind of like... I'm hoping that it can hit those points of like, oh, I understand that reference without being like, look, it's a reference. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm hoping new trailer at the Game Awards, along with Tears of the Kingdom new trailer, maybe. Because they did a Sonic trailer at the Game Awards last year.
Are we gonna get another Tears of the Kingdom trailer? I don't know if we will.
Yeah. Oh my God. You and Melina are both like, yeah, they're just not gonna advertise one of their biggest games of all time again. Like, we're done. The game comes out and that's it.
They can advertise without doing a trailer.
I think they're gonna do you know that like 4-minute long Breath of the Wild trailer that I like told you guys when Tears of the Kingdom gets that equivalent, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, I think that's the last trailer we're gonna get. We might get another like a small like gameplay one at the Game Awards. Yeah, that's it.
So,
what
Vision
else?
Quest was announced, which is a series.
It wasn't
about...
announced. It was
announced. It
was announced in air quotes. It has a director and writers, but they haven't done anything yet because they're assembling the writing team next week.
Cringe.
A
show
Paul
about
Bettany's
White
coming
Vision?
back. No, we said Platinum Vision because White
Platinum
Vision sounds weird.
Mobby. Sorry, y'all. This is Vision that wears white after Labor Day. This is Bouge Vision.
Rich.
This is Bouge Vision, okay?
Man, don't care about what you say about Labor Day. And there's also speculation that Elizabeth Olsen could return as Scarlet Witch, which, if she doesn't, what's the point?
Yeah,
Huh?
valid.
What's the point?
Yeah, I agree. I also think that is entirely speculation because you say, oh, if Platinum Vision is in it, that must mean that Elizabeth Olsen could be returning. We go to Twitter. It is confirmed that Elizabeth Olsen will be going.
I hate those so much because I just don't believe them at this point.
No, I don't either.
There's so many fake ones, and going in the comments, sometimes I'll go in and drop like a source. It came to me in a dream.
It came to me in a dream.
So, and
Source,
you're right.
don't
We
even
said the
ask.
same thing. We said the same thing about Multiverse of Madness. Like, oh, Wanda's in it, which means Platinum Vision must be here. He wasn't there.
And he's not. Yeah, literally.
So, I don't know. It's a series. I'm pretty burned out on Marvel.
Yeah,
Although,
I'm like
segue
into
our next
the one
topic?
thing we're actually excited about for Marvel.
Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special looks so
Let's
good.
go! I cannot wait. It's gonna be so good.
It's just more of the same stuff that I love.
No,
which
literally,
is just the Guardians being the Guardians, and that's it.
literally. I think this is such a good idea, and the trailer looks great. It's like there's no other characters that I would want this with. Like this is perfect. So, oh yeah.
I don't know how I
yeah.
forgot that. I don't know how I forgot that piece of news.
News article that just got added to the list. This just in. I'm seeing this adding to my Google Doc. My producers are telling me that James Gunn is running DC now.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think it's going to be a step in the right direction. DC needed
Agreed.
something to save them because Black Adam was not doing great.
No.
So I think James Gunn will take him in the right direction. I hope.
I heard mixed things on Black Adam because I know a ton of people that went and saw it. I didn't see it. I heard someone say that the main opinion I heard was it was a DC movie.
Yeah.
I heard someone say that it wasn't good but was better than what Marvel has been doing. And I was just like, rip. So,
Yikes,
I'm not going to
if a
see it.
61
I
on
don't care.
Rotten Tomatoes is better than what Marvel's doing, what does that say about...
I just don't...
I'm sorry, Martin Scorsese. You
I'm
were right.
sorry.
Okay?
You were right. I
Gosh.
shouldn't have doubted you. I'm also just like, Dwayne Johnson as a superhero sounds
Again?
boring. Sounds boring.
He was the lead in the freaking Super Pets movie.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, pick a character for Dwayne, all right?
Come
he
on,
can't be
pick
everyone
someone.
in the DC universe.
But he can. The Rock,
can.
I fear, is reaching Chris Pratt levels of saturation.
Oh, no. So, yeah, James Gunn, I think he can do it. I loved his, the Suicide Squad movie, so I thought that was good.
All right, are you
All
ready
right,
for the Bobby
hit me with-
Chaepek? Okay.
Hit me with Bobby Chaepek's quote. What is this man
For those who don't
doing?
know, Bob Chaepek
The
had
CEO
an
of Disney.
interview with someone.
Bob
Bob Chaepek is the
CEO of Disney.
CEO of the entire Walt Disney Company. This is what he said this week during an interview. Okay? Quote, I always say that when our fans and our audiences put their kids to bed at night after watching Pinocchio or Dumbo or The Little Mermaid, they're probably not going to tune into another animated movie. They, referring to adults, want something for them. So he's implying that adults don't like animated movies, is his quote, which is incredibly ironic because Disney holds two of the biggest animation studios in the world. And you have to ask who's watching those movies. You can argue it's for kids, but who really got more out of Encanto? Kids or adults?
For
Who
real,
really
though?
got more out of Inside Out? Kids or adults?
I'm just saying, as I'm so sorry. Still recovering.
And then Jackson died.
When I was very sick last week, I turned on Ratatouille, okay? And I was conked out. I went to sleep. I turned on Monsters, Inc. I was like, this is so great. I know plenty of adults. I was at an adult's house who turned on Hercules. She was just like, yeah, we're going to watch Hercules. And I was like, bet, let's watch Hercules. Like, adults are watching these movies. I'm not going to say that they're having a huge, every single person is having a huge watch party for Lightyear. I think this is him. I think he might be a little salty right now because their movies have not been as successful, and he's like, oh, it's because it's just for kids. Like, it's fine. No, it's not. This isn't our fault. It's because it's just a little something for the kids. And I was like, homie, do you know why Pixar movies are so revered? Because they're not just for kids.
It's the multifaceted meaning and the depth behind it is what makes them so good. Is because that's what makes Pixar and Disney movies so good, is because the adults don't feel like they're taking their kids to a League of Super Pets movie where, yeah, I'm going to sit my kid down in front of this 1.5 hour long animated movie just to shut them up for an 1.5 hours.
Right.
When you go see a Disney movie, adults are expecting to get something out of it that their kids are not going to understand until you're older.
Yeah.
And that's what made Disney movies so appealing and so popular. So to completely spit on that fact and disgrace that, I feel like Pixar and, Disney Animation should have taken that personally, because this is your boss saying adults actually don't care about what you do. But also, this quote has come up. It's a Walt Disney quote, so it's old. And Walt Disney himself says, "You're dead if you only aim for kids. Adults are only kids grown up anyway."
Oh shoot! Oh frick!
Come on, Bob Chaepek, do better. Fix your company.
Had to pull out the quote from Wally D.
Fix your company.
Spitting on Bob.
I'm saying it right now, and maybe we do a full episode on this at some point in the future. But the Disney downfall is right around the corner, people. Disney as a company is going to fall apart within the next 1 to 5 years.
And
the entertainment industry is not going to be the same.
It's about to shift. It's about to shift.
The entertainment industry is about to undergo a huge shakeup.
Yeah.
So,
and the captain of that sinking ship is Bob Chaepek.
He's Bob Chaepek.
Yeah. Yikes. That's major cringe. I feel like that is so out of touch, honestly. Which
I can somewhat understand it, because before being CEO, Bob Chapek's background was parks. So he wasn't like deeply involved in any of the animation or film side of it. What I also think is funny is he mentions Pinocchio, Dumbo, and The Little Mermaid, which as of next May, all 3 of those he could have been referring to a live action movie. Which is sad. Which is very sad.
Here's what's interesting is if he's referring to live action, he's right. Adults don't
You're right.
want
Nobody
the
don't want to watch that.
No, adults don't want the live action versions. That's why they're not doing it. Bob, you idiot. When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
Not to spoil our next episode, which should be Pirates of the Caribbean, even though that was supposed to be this episode, and then we had to delay it because those movies are long.
They're long
I
movies.
think Disney needs to do more stuff like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, that's so
But
true,
I'll elaborate on that in the next episode, because
Yeah,
I need to finish watching the movies. So yeah, that's a little tease. Now,
little tease.
40 minutes in,
I-
main topic
can I-
time.
All right.
No.
Here's what's up. Here's what's up. It's November, y'all. All right? It's cozy season. We went from spooky season, now it's cozy season. It's time to pour a glass. Let me close your eyes. Close your eyes. It's like a pretty chill day, all right? You get to wear like a flannel. You get to wear like a jacket. There's like a little breeze blowing, and there's leaves, all right? Leaves are falling. They're orange. It's a cozy. It's a little chilly. So you go inside. You pour like a glass of apple cider, like a little mug of apple cider, or a tea, or a coffee, whatever you do. All right. You open a box. What's that? An apple cinnamon donut. All right. Pull out an apple cinnamon donut, and you turn on the TV. What's on the TV? A cozy movie or a cozy show. That's the aesthetic I'm painting for you. We're talking about cozy movies. We're talking about cozy shows. All right? Think about this list in your head. I want to do a poll on Instagram. I want to say, what are your cozy movies? What are your cozy shows? And we're going to talk about ours. You want me to start?
I'm back.
I'm gonna start with a cozy movie. This is subjective, by the way. Some of these will be subjective.
Take these as suggestions, if you will.
Yes.
Like when you're looking to get cozied up with your boyfriend or girlfriend or mom or sister or cousin or whatever during these cold times. Hey, are you saying you've never gotten cozy with your mom to watch a Christmas movie? Huh?
It wasn't mom. It wasn't the mom line that I was saying.
Which one was it?
It was just, time to get cozy with your mom or your sister or your cousin. I was like, what the frick?
You know what I mean?
With the family.
If you're looking to get cozy with the people you love, there you go. How's that?
That's so much better.
You can use some of the things we bring to the table today based on our subjective opinions.
Some of these will be a little more obvious. Some of these will be a little more obvious than others. I'm going to start with an obvious one. Okay, you ready?
Go for it.
The Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, that is a good one.
The Fantastic Mr. Fox is so cozy. That soundtrack is so cozy. It's like kind of folky, you know? And it's like the colors of that movie are so warm. They're so like a lot of good oranges and yellows, and it's Wes Anderson, and so the symmetry is perfect. It's a very satisfying movie. And it's all about family and heart, and it's just a good story. You know, I'm going to say, cozy movie. The Fantastic Mr. Fox. Thank you. Thank you.
I should point out that you've switched back to cozy after we made comfort the list.
That was completely you, boo.
No, it was not.
I said cozy the entire time.
Yeah, okay, maybe he did.
I'm going to put on a jacket because I'm trying to be cozy.
So, maybe
cozy,
this isn't
baby.
necessarily cozy, but, you know, if you want to get cozy, you can watch Bo Burnham's Inside and stay inside during these cold times. Great music, great comedy, a little bit of existential dread somewhere in there.
Yep. All you need.
Not for the kids. Everything else here is for the kids, but not this one.
Yeah. Inside is rated MA. No,
yeah,
you're right though.
Not for the kids.
It has a comforting thing of
it's a vibe.
Yeah, it's a vibe. Yeah.
Whenever I get sad or anxious or depressed, just turn on Bo Burnham's Inside, which probably doesn't help, but
it's kind of like
me.
It's kind of like if you're sad, you can play sad music and you feel better. You know?
Yeah. Because your feelings are being validated.
Your feelings are valid, friends.
Yeah. Never forget that. Your feelings are valid.
So this might be weird to some people, but I'm gonna put it out there. Cozy movie, the Lego Movie.
Oh my gosh, Lego Movie's on my list too.
Let's go. I'm just saying, it's not mindless, but it's fun.
It's
like,
fun.
It actually has like meaning and depth, and it's like really, really cool, like in that sense. But it's also just fun, and you don't have to think about it. Everyone can just have a good time, everything is awesome. That's what I'm gonna say. I also had a really weird anecdote that I used to fall asleep to the Lego Movie almost every night.
Hey,
when
listen,
I was like 12.
I used to fall asleep to Star Wars: The Clone Wars Season 1, Disc 1.
Disc 1.
Because that's all we would put in the DVD player, and I'd fall right asleep. I was out.
Bonk. Yeah. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
I had that on my Nook tablet, and I would like fast forward to a different point every night so that I didn't have to watch the beginning all the time. And I would just fall asleep to the Lego Movie, and it's so cozy.
Understandable. I really just echo everything you say. It's a fun time.
Amen.
It's a fun, chill movie. That's all I have to say about that.
There you go. Give me another one.
You have another one? Tangled.
Ooh!
Total vibe.
Yes!
Total
that
vibe.
is a good one.
Ooh. Listen. If you got a
excited.
Rapunzel or a Flynn Rider in your life, sit down. Maybe you got a Pascal. Maybe you got that friend who's always with you on your shoulder. You know what I mean?
Maybe it's a dog.
Or you got a Maximus, the one who's following you around. Make sure you're not stealing anything.
Amen. We all have that one friend.
Yeah, we all have that one friend who makes sure we don't commit theft. It's not like that's illegal or anything.
The only thing
Tangled,
I'm stealing
total
is
vibe.
hearts.
I have not watched Tangled yet this year. I need to watch it.
Really?
Ooh,
That's a great pick. I
gonna text Megan.
appreciate that one.
I'm going to text Megan right now and ask if she wants to watch Tangled this week.
If you called her right now and said, "Do you want to watch Tangled?" she would drop literally whatever she was doing to go do that.
I thought you were going to say you should call her live on the podcast.
Call her right now.
Wait. I'll do it at the end of the episode.
Okay.
I'll do it at the end of the episode so that way we don't disrupt anyone who would normally be listening.
This one might be a hot take, but it's in a similar vein. I think Frozen is a cozy movie. I really do.
Okay, I don't disagree. I think you could also lump in Frozen 2. I think both of those movies are pretty...
Both Frozen movies. Because they have great music, and it's pretty animation to look at. It's just a fun story, and everyone enjoys it. So Frozen is hated because it was so intensely hyped when it was at its peak, and everyone just kind of started to hate that movie. I love that movie. I watched it last night, and it's a great time. I think that's a great movie, and I think we should not think I'm tired. Frozen is a good movie, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Do you have another one?
Do another one, because I have to send this text message.
Yeah. And I have more than you. It goes without saying. Ratatouille. Ratatouille is a cozy movie. He's making the foods. You got the French music going on.
It'll make you hungry.
He's making the foods. I feel like cooking a 6-course meal after Ratatouille. Make your tongue want to slap your brains out. Ratatouille. And I've gone on this rant before. It's a perfect movie. So the color tones are so cozy. The story is heartwarming. The music brings it together. If you're a Disney fan and you've gone to Epcot and have been to that experience, honestly, to be honest, after watching Ratatouille, after being in Epcot, it has made watching that movie a million times better for me, because it instantly puts me in a happy place. Is that crazy?
No, I mean, also Ratatouille is isn't it your favorite movie of all time?
Yeah,
It's up
it is.
there. So I think there might be a little,
Maybe a little biased, but that's okay.
Yeah, maybe a little bias.
That's all right. I've got 3 more movies and 5 shows.
3 more movies. I have 2 more movies and 3 shows. So
Okay.
if you want to do a couple more movies,
I'll just
ahead.
finish out my movies.
Go ahead.
Monsters Inc. Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. It's heartfelt. It's engaging. This is kind of something I've thought about, older versus modern Pixar movies, is the world building for Pixar just isn't there anymore. Monsters Inc. it builds a world, it sets a scene, and it's just like so immersive, and it's just a fun, like, kind of like mid action, but it has like a lot of heart, and it's really funny, and like some pretty iconic characters. Like, this is like, that's a cozy movie. I think everyone can enjoy Monsters Inc.
Yeah, I agree.
This one's kind of broad, so I'll be kind of specific. We'll try to be a little more specific. I said Steve Martin movies. I think Steve Martin as an actor has been in some pretty cozy movies, and I'm referring to some of his 80s and 90s work where he was paired with whatever actress was like big at the time and they did a movie together. So I'm talking about like Out of Towners, I'm talking about House Sitter, I'm talking about Bringing Down the House. Those are great cozy movies for me because they're just
movies with house in them.
Yeah, literally. So I don't know. Steve Martin is such a charming guy that like a lot of the movies he's in, I'm just like, I'm cozy. I love old Stevie. So he's actually talking about retiring once Only Murders in the Building wraps up, which I'm just like single tear because I love him so much and I want to watch him forever. But I also am like, you deserve this, King. Go rest.
That's true.
Final cozy movie. You've Got Mail. Okay? You've Got Mail is like a rom-com type, like it's like the standard rom-com. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, all right? Cozy as heck, okay? You got the fall aesthetic, you got the bookstore, you got the love story, you got like the romance. It's everything a cozy movie needs. You've Got Mail, maybe the pinnacle cozy movie, TBH. It's just like, what's there not to love? Like if I'm sipping a little cider and it's like, maybe it's a little rainy day, I'm turning on You've Got Mail. You best believe it. That's all I'll say.
Movies on rainy days amplifies the vibe by like 3 times.
It's different.
3 times the vibes when you put on rain.
Oh.
Speaking of rainy days, another comfort movie, Weathering with You. Or not comfort, like cozy movie. Especially if it's raining outside, really helps with that immersion, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can just sit down, just chill, just watch the movie. It's so good.
Weathering with You
is
It's
such
so
a good movie. Is it an anime movie? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's my favorite movie of all time. It is such a good movie, okay?
It's also just a good enough movie to just not even be clumped in as an anime movie.
It's a movie.
It is just
a film. That's what it is.
It's just a great film. Like, completely disconnected from, like, an anime movie. It is just a great movie. Like, a lot of those movies, like, the defining characteristic is that it is anime. Weathering with You is just a great movie overall. That's what I'll say. Yeah. Go watch it. And it's cozy as heck, and it's beautiful. It's legitimately just beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
That again.
Go watch it. It's on HBO Max, actually. So if you have HBO Max, you can...
I do have HBO Max.
You can go watch it.
Now that your mom is on our account, I pay like $4 a month for it.
I know, right? It's great.
It's pretty great.
Last cozy movie for me, Emperor's New Groove. If you want to just sit and watch and laugh and have a good time, Emperor's New Groove. That's what it is. Fun movie for the whole family. Honestly, hot take, maybe, in my opinion, the best movie Disney's ever made.
Like, overall,
Overall, I think it may be the best movie Disney's ever made. I don't think they've... which I know, objectively, people are going to be like, well, Ratatouille and Toy Story 3 and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I said objectively. I think it's the best Disney movie ever made.
Y'all need to stop pretending Toy Story 3 is like a cinematic masterpiece.
Guys.
Because it's a good movie.
Not everybody is a film critic, okay? You don't get to decide those things, which is kind of ironic given that I just made a pretty bold statement. But at least I'm not claiming to be a film critic who's like, well, Emperor's New Groove is the best Disney movie ever made. No, I'm saying it's an objective opinion, okay? Gosh.
Yeah.
Calm down, gang.
It's an objective opinion.
It's
Is that
okay.
what you just said? Anywho. So we going to shows?
Yeah, I only have 3 shows.
Okay, I'll do 2 to start. Let me pull this out because it's gonna be like pretty simple. Friends.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like, especially the first season, like, it has like that warmer color tone, and it's just like New York, and it's like the 90s, and it's like just like this chill life that like is not realistic, but like it's so fun because they're just friends, they're just hanging out. And so I think that's a cozy show. I really do. It's just bam, bam, when I hear that, I'm like, oh, it's time to get cozy. So you're just chilling with friends, and it's great. This was another sitcom I'm gonna pull out, as I'm gonna say Boy Meets World.
Okay.
And that may be more me because this is really just one of my favorite shows, and so I really enjoy getting to watch it. But it's like just so heartfelt, and like if you need a good cry, you can like put on certain episodes, but it's also just so heartfelt, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. A general theme here is just heartfelt, like feel good, like, oh, that warms my heart type stuff. And so Boy Meets World really just hits the nail on the head for that one. Okay, I want to hear it.
Yeah.
Give me a show. Give me a show.
One for me, Community. Easy.
Ooh,
Easy
so
pick.
cozy. Ooh.
You can literally press play on any episode, watch like 3 episodes, you're good. You know? Fits the vibe. You can just sit there and laugh. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta chill, take a vibe. You know,
it's so chill. It's just like, I don't know. Community is that show that's like, it really doesn't hold back, and so it's almost refreshing to be like, wow, Pierce said something kind of unhinged, but it's also like, that's okay. Like yeah, that's funny. So like, I see the point. It's a very refreshing, like, not mindless, but like sweet, and it always like wraps up in like a really wholesome way. I love it.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Do you want to? How many more shows do you have?
I have 3.
Okay, do your 3, and then I'll do my last 2.
Okay.
And then we can have our first ever call in on the podcast.
Yay. So, I'm gonna say, some people might agree with this, some not. Only Murders in the Building. That.
No, I can see it.
That, even though it's violent. Yes, thank you. Even though it's low-key violent, it's an aesthetic.
It's a low-key violence.
It's a low-key
It's
violent.
a low-key kind of violent.
That's what I'm saying. It's an aesthetic. It's like, oh, I want to watch something kind of spooky, but not like too bad. Still kind of funny, but like the Arconia and just the way that it's like almost New York Times type, like New York in like fall, like that, like aesthetic of like they're always wearing big coats and like classy hats, and it's like a mystery. I think that's cozy. I really do. Even though that's like a more adult show and it's like kind of violent, I think that's cozy.
I think that's fair.
I'm gonna pull out this one, Gravity Falls.
That's such a good one.
Yes, thank you. So that's another.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like it's a mystery, and it's like kind of fun, and you get to kind of like hang out, and but it's like pretty to look at, and it's funny. Like, yeah, Gravity Falls is a cozy show.
Ooh, I just added one to my list.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm gonna pull this out, and I'm gonna say maybe the pinnacle of cozy shows, and you can disagree with me, but this is my opinion. Okay. When I think of cozy show, this was the first thing I thought of. Are you ready?
Yep.
Gilmore Girls.
Never seen it.
Okay. Gilmore Girls is just a slice of life type, like, oh, this is just what they're doing. This is just life. It's chill. The music is beautiful. It's always so acoustic. That's just got that aesthetic, and it's like quippy and snappy, and you can kind of like just watch and have a good time. it's like the amount of times that Gilmore Girls has been on in my house, like, and it was just on the entire day, and it just, like, we just let it play. Amazing. So cozy. It really is. That's what I think the pinnacle cozy show is, in my opinion.
I think that's fair.
Thank you.
I think that's fair.
You can disagree.
Before I list off
yeah.
my last two, I'll do... Well, I have three, but one of them is The Office. In a very similar vein to Community and Friends, but I'll also tag on literally most sitcoms, like Parks and Rec, New Girl, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which are my, with Community and Friends and The Office, those are my top 6 sitcoms. So literally just any like of those
comfort shows.
6, total vibe.
Those
you can just turn them on,
shows.
chill, have a good time.
They hit different.
Yeah, another one, and you know what? Feel free to disagree. I may be wrong. Maybe totally out of pocket. Ninjago. It's such a vibe, okay? To just sit and watch some Lego ninjas kick some butt, drop some quips, and jump up, kick back, whip around, and spin. You know what I'm saying? And it's great for the kids, and it's funny for the adults, too.
Can I keep it 100? Can I keep it 100?
Yeah.
You're completely right.
Let's go.
That is
so true.
I cannot. I'm almost, like, confused about how you're right. I'm like, how is that so true? Like,
such a vibe.
Like...
Okay, hold on. Let me
true?
make a clarifying statement. I mean,
wow.
Ninjago up to season 10 is all I can vouch for.
Yeah.
Anything after that, I cannot vouch for because I haven't seen it. But the original seasons are some of the best, like, just some of the best TV. In like
ever. Dare I say
so good.
Best show ever made.
Yeah. Dare I say? Peak fiction.
I cannot believe that's true. You're right. Dang. Okay, well.
All right, my last one. This one, I don't know if you'll be able to agree because you haven't seen it. But for all my weebs out there,
oh gosh.
for all my anime enjoyers, if you want good comfort anime, good cozy anime where you can just sit down, laugh, have fun, Kaguya-sama Love is War. Peak fiction. Am I a little biased because it's my #1 romance anime of all time and is like number 7 on my overall anime list? Yes. But if you just want to watch a guy and a girl who clearly love each other do everything except for tell each other that they love each other because they want the other person to say that they love the other person so that they don't have to do it, and you want to really get into like the intricate mind games of what it's like to be a high schooler, I guess. Great pitch. Watch it. So funny.
Bro.
It's one of the only anime I will ever recommend watching in the English dub.
Interesting.
Along with Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because it's just a phenomenal show. Yeah, that's my that's my cozy list.
As someone that is all about the tea, and like I'm always into whatever like other people's relationship drama is, and as someone that is
this is the tea.
As someone that is like that knows people in like those exact situations, I'm like, let's go, give it to me, let's go.
Feed it to me. Inject it in my veins.
Inject it in my veins. Inject the drama into my veins. So that's the cozy list. I'm gonna ask on Instagram, hopefully soon, for you some of your favorite cozy movies and shows. We're gonna do our outro and make a little phone call.
Do you want to do the outro and then make the phone call? Just in case. Just to see who really listens to all the way to the end of the podcast.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Nerdiest Podcast. I hope it was cozy for you. The first person to send an email or a DM with how many times we said the word cozy gets a free sticker.
There we go.
But thank you for listening to this episode. I hope you had a great time. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at the Nerdiest Podcast. Leave a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. If you write a review on Apple Podcasts, we'll read it on the show. You can DM any questions on Instagram or send an email on our website with the Contact Us page. Buy stickers with the link in the description. All the links will be in the description, by the way. But you can buy stickers there. We're super close to our goal. I said I would get the logo tattooed on my arm if we hit a certain goal, which I need to make a decision soon on.
You need to decide on whether or not you're going to commit to that.
I need to weigh my options at this point, but we'll figure that out. Go buy stickers.
If we don't do it, here. If we don't hit 50 stickers by the end of the year, the deal's null and void. It does not carry into 2023.
Yeah, no.
So we gotta speed this up, guys. Come on.
Yeah, come on, guys. We're super close. But thank you for listening to this episode. Hope you had a great time. Stick around for a little bonus segment.
Yeah. To all the normal people, peace out.
Bye. Okay, now that it's just the real ones.
Yeah, now that it's just the real ones. Let me do my call. Let me see if she answers the phone. I text her and said, if you're ready. And then she didn't answer. So I'm going to put it up here.
Do a little cold call.
Cold call, baby. Hello?
Hello?
Hold on. Jackson, can you hear her if she talks?
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello,
Perfect.
hello.
Hi, welcome to the Nerdiest Podcast. You're our first ever live call-in on the show.
Wow, I've even been a co-host, and now I'm the first call-in. So
I know,
very
right?
special.
It's crazy. So to give you a little background here, we were talking about our favorite cozy movies today. Like movies you can just, get cozy with the people you care about. And one of my movies was
with
Tangled.
Your
And stop it, Jackson. One of my movies was Tangled. So upon doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't watched Tangled yet. So then I said, well, I should text Megan and ask if she wants to watch Tangled this week. And then Jackson was like, you should just call her. And I was like, oh, let's wait till the end of the episode and then we'll do a call-in. So Megan, I'm going to ask you, do you want to have a date night at some point and watch Tangled before the end of the year? Because I really want to watch Tangled with you because it's a good movie.
Oh, I would love to watch Tangled. I love Tangled. I was just Rapunzel for Halloween. So, oh my gosh, I would love to.
All right, awesome.
Tender. She should have said
It's
no.
so cute. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny.
I know. We try to be funny. It is a comedy
try.
podcast, so we do try to be funny. You know what I mean?
She can't hear me. That's fine.
Yeah, you can't hear Jackson, but he said it's funny.
Tell Megan that she should have said no for the bit.
Yeah,
Jackson,
can't wait.
I'm not gonna say that. So yeah, thanks for being our first cold call-in, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, I love you.
Love you too.
Bye, Megan.
Wow, look at that.
Wow, that was
We
so
are
fun.
experts at this podcasting thing.
Now let me call Amy.
Do it. Ask her if she wants to watch Frozen 2.
No, I won't do that. Maybe next time.
They'll never
Maybe
know
next
if we
time.
don't.
Maybe next
we can't
time.
cold call both girlfriends. Well, to the real ones, thanks for sticking around in this
Thanks
little
for
bonus
listening.
segment. And we'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.
Bye.